Hey, everybody. Hi. How are you? Welcome to the program this morning. It's your buddy Uncle Bruce here with Stock Markets with Bruce. Remember, stink bids save lives. Don't forget that motto. We believe in that around here. Stink bids save lives. Boy, can you make money on stink bids. If you don't know what a stink bid is or a stink offer, there's a lesson for that.
That was easy.
It's easy. There's a lesson for you on this. Just check out my channel and take some of the lessons that I've got out there. Right now, there is a sale going on. I know many of you are aware of this, but those of you who are new, 16 lessons available to you on how to be an option writer and a better trader, make money in this market. And there's a sale on right now at my website, stockmarkerswithbruce.ca. You get 4 for the price of 5 while time lasts. We are down to this deal ends in a couple of weeks. November 17th, it's it. The deal is over, and all lessons go back to regular price. But buy 4, get 5. Thank you very much. Okay, everybody, welcome to the program. It's great to see you here today. There's a lot of talk going on right now about what's happening out there in the interest rate world, the bond markets, what's happening in job deliveries, and so on. We're seeing the U.S. Treasury going to auction off $112 billion next week in refunding, which is up $9 billion from a quarter ago. So they're looking for more money than they were a quarter ago, which is what's going to drive Congress up the wall, the Republicans in particular, because Republicans don't want the United States to keep borrowing at this pace. Although let's give the military everything it wants, and then take it away from seniors and children and the down and outers. So it makes America great, I guess. There go another 50 subscribers, I guess. In any event, the U.S. Treasury keeps issuing more bonds. And this is undeniable because when it comes time to pay the bills, you either have money in your bank account or you don't. And the United States has no money in its bank account. It has great cash flow. America is fantastic, and same with Canada. We're really good with cash flow. Britain, great with cash flow. Any country running a deficit, boy, are we good at cash flow. The problem with the cash flow game that all the countries that have a deficit have is that the cash flow is negative cash flow. There's less coming in than going out. Politicians don't have to pay the bill out of their bank accounts. They don't have to pay it out of their pockets. They don't have to pay it out of their pensions. They don't have to pay for it. It's the American, Canadian, British, European taxpayer that pays it, but it's not today's taxpayer. It's the kids and grandkids. And I'm not running for votes as a politician today from grandchildren that aren't born yet. I'm running for votes from voters that are alive right now that I can give benefits to. Voters like employees of defense contractors, employees like presidents and boards of directors of companies that hit me up as a congressman all the time for handouts. The United States is the greatest socialist country in the world for corporate anybody. And if you're an American corporation and you've hired lobbyists on your behalf in the healthcare field, the insurance field, the cigarette business, the automotive business, the defense business, you've got lobbyists all over Washington looking after every congressperson, every senator, and everyone else. There are lobbyists for any cause, every cause, always working 24/7. Private jets are available at your beck and call to take you to a golf tournament or to go to a special signing ceremony to cut a ribbon at a new factory in your hometown. Hey, life is good if you've got corporate America and the lobbyists working with you as an elected official to get you elected every 2 years in Congress or every 6 years in the Senate. And it's funny, it's really funny how people become congressmen and they're just middle class people with their thoughts and their philosophies, and 10, 15, 20 years later these congress people or senators are millionaires, multi-millionaires. all they're getting is 100 and something thousand a year from the government of the United States. And where are they making all this money from? Oh, all those lobbyists and all those, little tidbits of information that comes along from time to time. It might not come to the congressman directly, but the wife goes out for a little dinner, and she has a couple lobbyists in the table of 8. They go to a fundraiser of some kind, and there's a table of 10, and the congressman's wife, the secretary of the congressman, the advisor to a congressman, they hear things, and then they pass on the news. Amazingly, these people retire from Congress and Senate very well to do indeed. And then they write books, and they become directors of health companies. They become directors of defense contractors. They become consultants to universities. I mean, they just score all of these wonderful gigs for the rest of their lives, and live a very, very comfortable lifestyle. If you want to get ahead in the world, kids, if you're teenagers and watching me today, there are no teenagers watching me here, but I'm just saying, you kids out there, when your teacher asks you, hey, what do you want to be when you grow up? There are 2 answers you give your teacher. One, I want to be a congressman, senator, and live off the United States taxpayer for the rest of my life. Or I want to be a consultant. I want to be a consultant for a large corporation to bribe politicians to do what we want them to do. Those are the 2 jobs you want that are very available to you, especially the consultation side, because there are about 20 consultants for every congressman in Washington. And I don't hear about consultants going to the food bank to get food every week. These folks make so much money from corporate America. They are living a very nice lifestyle, because they have to have, for the guys, tuxedos, and women have to have swanky outfits to go to these fundraisers and to meet these Congress people in the halls of power, to go to these different events. You better know how to play golf, because a lot of these guys like to play golf. You better be a golfer yourself. You have to know all the etiquette. You can make yourself some serious coin as a consultant, whether it's in the United States, whether it's in Canada, because Canada has consultants too, the UK, and anywhere in Europe, and any other G20 or G40 country. Boy, are there opportunities for you. If you're a sweet talker and you're a person that loves to share stories with Congress people and elected officials and dictators and generals of certain countries that are run by dictators, if you're good, you're a people person, the diplomacy area is for you, but the consulting area is a big one. And boy, can you make some serious money. And there you have it. There's my little rant of the day. Welcome, everybody. How you doing? Send your kids to consulting school and have them become consultants for, in other words, become lobbyists for corporate America, corporate Canada, corporate anybody, and you'll be just fine. I heard a story. This is a while ago. This is like, I heard this 15 years ago, at least 15 years ago. It was a guy being interviewed by a reporter from, I think, the BBC or one of these international outfits. And at that time, there was a scandal going on. I think there was one in Canada. There was definitely one in Germany going on, and elsewhere. And the scandal at that time, that was sort of one of the stories that was capturing the media's attention, was how bribes worked in the corporate world. And it wasn't necessarily bribes for American politicians or Canadian politicians. This was actually a story about how businesses were bribing government officials in smaller countries, third world countries, to get their company's business approved in certain countries. So there was something about a contract. It was like a military contract that was being put up for bid. And I don't know which country it was, but it was an African country. And it was a multi-billion-dollar 10-year deal, maybe 500 million a year for 10 years, like $5 billion contract for machine guns, bullets, howitzers, whatever the military needs, boots, helmets, all the metals that these guys like to wear, whatever. It was a big deal. And one of the companies that was in on one of these bids was out of Germany, the Siemens Group. Siemens, what's that? Seimens, Siemens, something like that. Big, 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 big international operations, massive. One of the biggest outfits on the planet. And the reporter was talking to a guy who was a lobbyist for Siemens. Had been an employee for 20 years, living in Frankfurt, wherever the guy was. He was in Germany, and he was saying, "Oh yeah," he says, "I remember a couple of years ago we were in on a bid. We were going to get this bid for a $5 billion military whatever contract, and we were going to help them design bases and whatever the hell it was. It doesn't matter." But in order to get the contract, to secure it, the government had a short list of 3 companies that were going for the contract. 2 of the 3 companies knew they weren't going to get the contract. The one company knew they were going to get the contract. The other two knew they knew exactly that Siemens was going to get the contract. But all 3 put in a bid, and you never know. And the reason that everyone knew that Siemens was getting the contract was because a secret handshake deal had already been made between the Minister of Defense of said third world country and the salesman at Siemens who wined and dined this guy with lobbyists for the last year, because this minister was a direct relative of the president of the country and had been installed in this position, and his job was defense minister, but also the bribe accumulator, so that money would come to him and then it would filter its way up to his brother, who's the president, or whoever that president was, and all the other cabinet members and their wives and girlfriends and you name it. This guy from Germany was being told, we need you to take the company jet. By the way, we have like 5 company jets. We need you to take one of the company jets down to this country, and we need you to take a suitcase with you, an attaché case that holds 800,000 euros in it, cash. And we need you to meet the defense minister of country blah. We need you to land at the airport, get in a limo, drive to this guy's office, and then hand him the suitcase. Oh yeah, I can do that. So he said, I got on the, we called the bank, our bank, whoever this was, Commerce Bank, Deutsche Bank, doesn't matter. We wanted them to give us 800,000 euros in cash for pickup at like 10 in the morning the next day. Oh, no problem at all. He took the limo from his house to the bank with an attaché case, loaded it up, got in the limo, drove to the private airport. The plane was ready. The pilot, co-pilot, and an attendant, and a couple of security guys waiting for him. In the plane they go, up into the air, down to this African country, landed at the airport. This plane was escorted by military vehicles as it taxied over to a special area of the airport where there was a limo waiting. The guy got out of the plane, shook the hand of the general, whoever's there. They got into the car and they were driving to meet the defense minister. And they ended up going to a hotel somewhere rather than in a government office. And he came into a presidential suite in this hotel, and he was there with this military guy and his bodyguards. And 5-10 minutes later, the minister showed up, casual, not even in a shirt and tie, just, casually, probably going to go play tennis. Hi, how are you? Siemens? Yeah. I'm so-and-so. This is for you. Thank you very much. Nice to meet you. Have a great day. Goodbye. The Siemens guy left with the general, back in the limo, back to the airport, into the plane, back to Germany, went back to the office, and that was just another day at the office. And the money just wherever it went. And the guy said, "We did this all the time. This is you want to get a contract for subway cars in Thailand? You want to get a contract for uh, buses for the transit company in Indonesia. You want to get a contract for the engineering railway lines in Somalia, or you want to do this, that, the other. I mean, any contract anywhere in most countries, you ended up with the bidding process and the bribing process and the wining and dining process to make it all happen. And these guys, these high-end government officials, are at Wimbledon every year in corporate boxes. They're at the French Open if they're into tennis. They have tickets to go to the Masters, perhaps. They have tickets to go to Rio de Janeiro to see whatever's happening there. They are wherever the well to do are as well. Even though they are not well to do themselves in their personal lives, they come from tribe whatever, but their brother in law is the finance minister of country whatever, and this individual is the one that has been assigned to get the money. And so the wining and dining continues to get you access to the top people to give you a shot at these contracts where you pad the number outrageously. You never give them a discount bid on anything. These guys don't care about what price they pay for your services. They're just going to get three bids and take the guy with the biggest bribe. So if it's a $7 billion contract and there's 500 million in payoffs included in the contract, and another contract is $6 billion, and it only has 100 million in bribes, sorry, we're going to go with the higher priced contract because it's just better for the country. And there you go. Whoever runs these outfits enjoys the spoils. This guy was going dime a dozen all the time. We can't do it in Canada. We can't do it in the United States, but we used to be able to do it. The good old days, we could do it for Americans, but we didn't do it in America. We would meet the American that we were bribing in a third country, and we'd do the deal there. But those are the 60s and 70s, and things have changed. It now has to be done through offshore trusts and all kinds of various complicated financial transactions that can't be traced by the US Department of Justice back to any particular person in any particular area. And if you think this is government only officials, think again. The corporate game around the world is exactly the same. One company looking to hire another company to do business with it. There are certain outfits out there, depending on where they're from, that are looking for special considerations to make things work out. You'll never see it in the contract. It's never written in paper. But boy, there are an awful lot of corporate tents at some of the most exclusive events around the world that you just don't know who those people are that are in those things. And it's amazing how many private jets land in whatever city the Super Bowl is going to be held in this year, next year. It's amazing how many corporate jets, private jets, land at these cities filled with 8, 10, 15 people from all kinds of countries from all over the world. And they didn't buy a ticket to go to the game. They were given a ticket or 2 or 3 or 10, and they are being wined and dined, and they are staying at the Ritz-Carlton, and they have invites to corporate events for a whole week of Super Bowl activities. It's just a good old time. It's quite amazing how this game works, and many of you out there will never, ever know it. I saw the tiniest glimpse of wealth in that area once or twice in my brokerage career and post-brokerage career. I saw a glimpse here, a glimpse there. But I have not personally been invited to any of these high-end falutin places by these high-end falutin folks because, you see, they don't need me like you guys are using my talents. You guys are writing option contracts and getting rich in your own unique way. These folks over here are already in a game that is making them very wealthy as they do their thing for their employers. They don't need me to help them make any extra money writing options. They're far too busy in their executive roles, whether they're lobbyists, whether they're entertainment officials, whether they're they procure certain services for certain people that need to be procured. I will leave it at that. There are folks out there really paid well to facilitate a lot of facilitations. And, it's just, remember, it's not personal. It's just business. Okay. I'm not trying to offend you, not trying to upset you. There's a world out there that you're involved with and stuff you've learned over the years. And then there's other worlds that we don't have access to and know anything about. And it's funny, it's really funny how certain people know things about other people that are, in their worlds, and that information never makes the light of day because it is more valuable for that kind of information never to see the light of day. It's just very lucrative to keep the light of day off of certain events in certain areas at certain times for certain people. And once in a while, you'll see a Hollywood movie. You'll see things on screen that you go, does that really happen? But you don't know who this really is because it's fictional. There's stuff happening that is fictional. We don't know the players really, but we can guess and you can wonder. Power is an interesting tool when used in interesting ways. For you guys, look, let's keep it simple, okay? You're trying to quit your day job, number one, or you're trying to retire earlier than you were thinking of, number two. Three, you're near retirement and you are woefully underfunded for retirement, and or you are in need of capital badly because of extenuating circumstances in your life, in your family, that you need to take care of, and you need to increase your cash flow. I'm here to try to help in that area. And if I can help any of you out there become better off cash flow wise, great. If I can help you become a retiree in a much more comfortable situation than it looked like 5 years ago, 5 years from now, I'm a happy guy. You'll be a happy person. And away we go. If you're a retired lobbyist, you used to lobby for companies and you made a few bucks, but you got tired of the game and you just couldn't live with yourself anymore for the kind of stuff you were promoting. I get it. You've now come back to this side because you just want to be where the real world is and you want to be able to live with yourself. Okay, welcome to this party where you can be your own self-employed asset manager and you can make money on your existing assets that you're sitting on. You might need to make a few adjustments on the kind of assets you're sitting on to take you to the next level where you can be ahead of 90% of the investors out there who are chasing wild, long shot profit deals that are just not going to be there. And you're the one. You're kind of like that invisible casino owner that no one ever meets, upstairs looking through TV cameras, watching the gamblers on the casino floor. You're the one taking that money. You're driving a really nice car. You're living in a really nice house. Your kids are really well dressed at school. So are the teachers in the school that your kids go to, by the way. Your teachers that are teaching your kids are extremely well-dressed and well-to-do themselves because your children don't go to a public school. They go to a private school. Some of you out there, you might decide, I want my kid to go to Princeton or whatever, and we don't need a scholarship. We can pay for it. We'll just pay for it. No, I'm going to send my child to a university in Lausanne, Switzerland. I'm going to send my child to university in Geneva, and it's going to run $10,000 a month to do that, and that's not a problem. Welcome to my world. Welcome to this channel. If I can help you get there, beautiful. I'm excited for you. Welcome all to the party, pal. The amount of money that can be made in the options market is not $20,000, $30,000 a year. That is not what I'm trying to sell you here. But for some of you, that might be all you want out of this market. That's just going to be enough to really change the household in which you live, and I'm happy. But if I'm able to help you go from a middle class lifestyle to a very high end middle class lifestyle, where instead of you making collectively 70, 80, 90,000 a year in the house, to generating 3, 4, 500,000 in the household for the next 20 years, long after I'm gone, then I've done I've done you a service, and that brings you $8 to $10 million in the next 10, 15 years or more. Fantastic. It's available for you. It's there for you. It's being done now, has been done for decades by others. I'm just trying to get you into the group that are doing it already. And what is it? It's called Keep the Change. That's all this game is. Keep the change. There's nothing more to it than that. Just get used to this mentality and take your nickels and dimes off the table. Just like the casino in Las Vegas or anywhere else in the world, you put your $100 bill in a slot machine and you're playing a nickel machine, a dollar at a time, 20 lines at a time. They are taking off you pennies every spin, and you are taking pennies every minute, dollar, every hour, every day. You're taking nickels, dimes, and quarters off the table all the time. And at the end of the week, at the end of the month, at the end of the quarter, at the end of the year, you look at it and go, oh my God, I had no idea this turnover is making me $200,000 a year in a market that is doing crap. I mean, since July, the market is garbage. Companies are coming out with their earnings and stocks go down. I mean, there are people out there getting wiped out, getting hit bad. People who are buying call options on anticipated earnings of company XYZ, whatever. And they're sitting there with their 50 calls that are out of the money by $4 or $5 that only have a month to live. And they're just rubbing their hands going, these guys are going to exceed their earnings expectations. They're going to exceed their top line sales. They're going to exceed their estimated profit returns. They might even announce an increase in their buyback. They might increase the dividend. Oh, everything's working for me. And they're long 10 grand worth of contracts, $10,000. They're long in calls. And the announcement comes out pre-market or post-market, and the company delivers. They deliver a higher sales number, a higher net number, $1 billion extra dollars or more in stock buybacks and increased dividend yields, and everything's great. And the stock goes down 5% in price, and they're going, what happened? And their $10,000 contract position is worth $4,000 when the market opens the next morning. And what happened? Why is that going on again and again and again and again since July? And it's going on right now because companies are coming out saying in their conference calls, yeah, we're really happy with how we're doing here. We laid off 5% of our company staff a year ago. That was the flavor of the day a year ago. Then we borrowed money cheaply 2 years ago. We paid down our expensive debt and have lower debt, and now we've cut costs all over the place, and we've offloaded divisions that don't deliver, and we've invested in divisions that do deliver, and we're doing the AI thing. We're becoming AI smarter, and we're improving our margins, and it's really great. Except for the next quarter. We're not quite sure about the fourth quarter. We can't give you guidance on the fourth quarter with complete certainty because we're not sure what the Federal Reserve is going to do. We're not quite sure what the inflation rate is going to be. We're not sure if the United States is thinking of going into a slowdown. Our China sales are off a little bit going forward. That's affecting our sales in South Korea and Japan and Indonesia and Vietnam. And we're going to make money. We're just not sure if we're going to be able to outdo what the analysts are thinking. And the stock's down 5, 10, 15%, just like that. And this $10,000 gambler is virtually wiped out. Within 3 days, the options are worth $1,000. That's not what we do here. We're the opposite. We're on the other side of this whole thing, going, this stock trading at $200 a share right now was as high as $299 a couple of months ago. It's now around 200. They're selling all kinds of stuff, and they're expanding their operations. But I don't. I think the way I want to play this, they say on this channel, is they say, what I'm going to do? I'm going to buy put contracts. I'm going to buy a put contract and write a put contract around this 150.60 level, and I'm going to play with call contracts around this 240, 250 level. I'm going to give myself a $100 spread. I'm just going to let the stock sit between this $50 level up or down for the next 2 to 3 weeks. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. I'm going to take a position on whatever stock I like out there that I'm following, whether even indexes, and I'm gonna give the market a 20% upside, 20% downside range to stay in for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and around that time frame, I'm going to close out this trade that I'm doing, and I'm going to walk away with 3/4 of the amount of money that I'm being paid to do the trade. Oh, it's a credit spread. I didn't tell you this. It's a trade where you get paid to do it. You get money in your account to do the trade. Remember, you took lessons, and that's why you know what you're doing. And you're sitting on the cash going, yeah, I'm going to keep 3/4 of this cash. I'll give 1/4 of it back to shut the thing down. And I'm going to then do another one. I'm going to do another one of these trades for like the next 4 or 5 weeks out. And I'm going to be in it for like 2-3 weeks. And I'm doing multiples of these. And with Uncle Bruce's help and guidance in his classes and being with his live audience over here with all these comments coming out with all of his members, I'm quite confident that doing 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 of these at a time, I'm going to bring in 100, 150 bucks for every one of these positions times 30 positions, 150 times 30, $4,500 for 2 weeks. And then 2 weeks after that, I'll bring in another 4,500 on another one of these positions. There's 9,000 a month coming in from that. I've got 4 of those going at the same time, by the way. I've got this position here. I've got another one here. I got another one here. And through Bruce's lessons, I'm doing 4 of these at a time now, where I'm bringing in 18,000 every 2 weeks, 36,000 a month, 450,000 a year ballpark, what I'm making. And I can tell you from this vantage point, it's exactly what's happening here for many people at various increments. Some are doing it that much, some are doing it smaller percentages. The number one priority of this channel's viewers is, can I make 5,000 to 10,000 a month and quit my damn day job so I can just do this full time? I'd like to watch 4, 5, 6, 10 of these positions simultaneously, and I can trade them on this, and I can do this anywhere in the world, and I can hang out with Uncle Bruce and his gang every day, 5 days a week, and I can be skiing in Switzerland. I can be hiking in the summer in the Alps in France. I can go to the Dolomites in Italy anytime I want. I can head to London and see the different museums. I can be in Cleveland, Ohio and see my relatives. I can go to Vegas and watch the gamblers on the actual floors and see some shows. I can go to Palm Springs and hang out where Bruce hangs out from time to time, play around at golf or two, maybe catch up with Bruce at an In-N-Out Burger. Head to New York and watch a ball game with the Yankees or the Mets or football or basketball or hockey or plays or whatever. I'll take my wife on a shopping spree to Wall Street, to Madison Avenue or Fifth Avenue, whatever. We're not working 9 to 5, Monday to Friday, commuting to the office, coming home exhausted, and wondering what we're going to have for dinner. What frozen piece of meat are we taking out of the freezer and putting into a microwave and enjoying for tonight's dinner? That life is over. There is no second chance on this lifetime. I'm sorry. You cannot live a grunt life and then have the good one. It doesn't work that way. You'll never be 25 ever again 45 ever again, 65 ever again. You'll only be a certain age once, and then that's the end of that. The time is now to change your life and join a party that is going on that no one is inviting you to, because these folks are too busy enjoying themselves at the party. It's time for you to get into this party. You are the luckiest people in the world if you are watching me from the comfort of your home, wherever you are right now. If you're able to hang out with me on this channel and you are not having to work 2 part-time jobs to make a go of it, living in a slum somewhere, a partner of yours is on disability and you're just barely getting by, and you're working 60 hours a week and you are in physical agony, you haven't got time to watch me. If you are able to watch me, hang out here, take these classes, invest in yourself, 16 lessons, pick them up, you have an opportunity to up your lifestyle very quickly. Very, very quickly. There are people out there who are working a full-time job and a part-time job, maybe 2 part-time jobs, working weekends, who are in all kinds of trouble, physically, mentally, health-wise. They've got issues in the family. They have no hope of ever being able to up their grade level because they're stuck in the god-awful world they're in. How many times have you folks I don't care where you live, it doesn't matter what country this is, how many times are you driving in your vehicle, or you're in a city bus, you're in a subway car, you're in a train, you're going from point A to point B for whatever reason, and you see homeless people. You see them. They're out there, always out there. They're in city parks. They're sleeping at the front door of an office tower. They're under bridges in metropolitan areas. They're living under freeways in RVs that don't run anymore. They're in trailers that don't have a car in front of them to pull it. They're literally in a fifth wheel or a trailer that they bought for $3,000, and they're living in that. How many times have you seen this and have witnessed it, or have you seen it on TV? You've seen it on documentaries, whatever. These folks are so destitute, they don't have internet. These folks are so destitute, they cannot get themselves out of the hole they're in. I'm trying to take you to another level. I'm sorry if I am being all full of myself and I'm showing you how to become a very rich person and at the detriment of society. You know what I'm doing? I'm trying to turn you people into taxpayers at an ungodly amount. I'm trying to make you folks so much money that your tax bill will fund the recovery effort of some of these folks. That's really what I'm doing. If I make you richer and you cash flow more money, and even if you figured out a way through a corporation to do all these trades and you've got all kinds of corporate write-offs and your tax bill is nice and low, fantastic. But at the end of the day, you cannot escape one area of taxation: sales tax. You're going to spend some of your money. You're going to do something. You're going to do something. You're gonna buy a pack of smokes. You're gonna buy a bottle of booze. You're going to have a party somewhere. You're going to go to a restaurant. You're going to spend money on a trip, airfare, bus fare, hotel. You're going to spend money. You've got money to spend. You're going to pay sales tax. And that does find its way into city coffers, into county coffers, into state coffers, and into federal coffers. Your income tax rate might be 5%, 10%, 20%, 30%. I don't know. Some of you folks are going to hire tax professionals who are going to help you pay a lot less in taxes. You're going to create jobs. You're going to create jobs by spending your money. And by creating jobs, you are keeping the unemployment rate down, which keeps people's cash flow up. Good for the society as a whole. If I can help 200 of you, 500 of you, 5,000 of you, 50,000 of you over the amount of time that I'm on this channel become higher taxpayers because of the cash flow in your world, then I'm helping you help your community and your country and your society as a whole prosper. That's how I have to look at it. I cannot help everyone in the world become richer. It just isn't going to work. and neither can you. Some of you, some of you are going to make a lot of money here. You're going to make some Julia Roberts money, like we like to say around here. You're going to make Julia Roberts money. And you're going to spend it on whatever you want to spend it on. A new house, a new car, a new RV. You're going to buy a NetJets 25-hour jet card and travel the world. God bless every one of you. Get out there and enjoy the spoils of your victories. You deserve it. No one else is going to do it for you. It's up to you to do it. Don't worry. You're going to pay taxes in your spending spree. Everywhere you go, no matter what you do. So keep up the good work. Help your country and your society get better. Be a loyal American. Be a loyal Canadian. Be a loyal Brit, European to your country. Make money, get rich, and enjoy yourself. You are helping your country immeasurably. And you're welcome. There you go. You're helping me. You take the classes. I get paid for my knowledge. It's true. You buy 5 classes for the price of 4. I'm giving you a deal. You're helping me fund a new hip for Jennifer. It's a simple game here. Jennifer needs hip number 2, and I need the money. So I got to make you richer so we can get Jen a new hip. And guess what? The money goes to the hospital, to the doctor, to the nurses, to the folks at the x-ray room, the folks in the therapy center, the security guards over there, to taxes to Rancho Mirage, California, the state of California. We are helping the state of California and the United States of America get richer because you helped us fund the operation. I help you get rich. It's a win-win-win-win-win-win deal all over the place. The more capital generated and earned, the better for many. And let's be a force for good. And there you have it. Get richer and help your fellow man. How about that? How many times have you seen, instances where you hear about, Joe Schmuck donated $2 million to the medical wing of the hospital, blah, 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 blah. Or so-and-so donated $50 million to Harvard and and you're just going, that's unthinkable. That's just out of my realm of imagination. I could never imagine being able to do that. No, you don't have to be that individual. You only have to live your life to make your world around you better for everyone around you. It's actually kind of comical. I remember about 15 years ago, again, I'm old. Remember, I'm 68, so I've got stories. But I remember when I was in my late 40s, early 50s, Jen and I, we were in Palm Desert, California, and Jen had a girlfriend of hers, kind of a pal of hers, and this gal was great. She was a real entrepreneur. She is, as she was and she is, what America is all about. She's a classic success story, an American success story in her own way. Her husband, a great guy, 2 beautiful children, and she was and still is a very wonderful person. And she had a side gig. She had a full-time gig, and she had a side gig. And a lot of Americans do. And her side gig was to help a very well-to-do family, very, very well-to-do family. They had a home in the desert, in the Palm Springs, Palm Desert, Rancho Mirage, Indian Wells, La Quinta area. They had a nice house there and had a house there for decades. Multi-million-dollar home, probably today over $10 million. I'm sure they still have it. But they were only in the house for a month here and a month there. They were in the house maybe 2 months a year because they had 2 other houses that they frequented. Their main home in another state and another house that they had. And then they had vacations and very, very well-to-do people that you would never, ever get to meet. And this gal would get a phone call because back in the day, you got phone calls. And then she would get texts and stuff. And she'd get the word, the family is coming in next week. They're coming in about 10 days to spend 5 weeks in the house. And 3 days before the family arrives by private jet, um, the chef is arriving and the housekeeper, the family's personal staff is starting to show up to the house before the family gets to the house. In the meantime, the house has been cared for with full-time staff. The grounds are perfect. The hedges are always trimmed. The lawns are perfect. All maintenance is maintained on the house. The house is always at the right temperature. Furniture is always dusted. I mean, the family could show up in 5 minutes and just walk in. But with the chef coming in, the chef will have pre-ordered food for the family that they love delivered to that house when he's there, so that all the cupboards have all the snacks. The fridge is full of what the family loves to nibble on. All the goodies are there. And the meal planning is able to be done, because when the family arrives at this house, the first, second night, third night, fourth, there are parties being held. There are dinners being held for guests that have been invited to come on over. This gal that Jennifer was a friend of had to help prep the house and help to work with the staff to get everything set up. This was her gig. So she was helping to maintain the house while the family wasn't there, and she was there to help the house get ready and set up when the family arrived. And she was doing this year-round as a secondary gig. This was a glimpse that Jen and I got into a lifestyle we figured existed, had to, because there are these $5 and $10 and $20 million houses all over the world, and including Palm Springs and Palm Desert and Rancho Mirage and Indian Wells, that, yeah, someone owns this. Someone out there enjoys this as their asset. And here we had it at our level. We could actually get a glimpse into this little world. Fascinating. It is just fascinating. Then you either resent it or you respect it. I respected it, because to me, I'm looking at it going, wow, this family is maintaining 3 of these. And each of these homes have 5 employees at the house when the family isn't there. And they have 10 employees when they are there. The private jet is owned by the family. That has staff. The insurance upkeep of this stuff, the maintenance upkeep, their ability to entertain and see their friends, phenomenal. These folks were generating income for many, many, many people in a unique way. I don't know if I can get you that rich. I don't know if I can get you to that level or not. I'll do what I can. It might be you transferring to your children in 30 years, bigger wealth. I don't know. I can't tell how much money you're going to make on this channel doing what we're doing here, how much wealth will come to you overall. I don't know. But the number one priority is get you out of debt, get you out of your job, become self-employed, be your own asset manager, travel anywhere you want, whenever you want, and still be in business at the same time. In other words, wherever you are is where your grocery bill is. You're not going to have 2 grocery bills. You're not going to have one at home and one on the road. If you're traveling for 6 months to Fiji and Australia and New Zealand and Bali and Japan, and what you eat, where you eat is your grocery bill. Where you live is your overhead. You might decide, Bruce, I'm going to take a 1-year trip and I'm going to dump everything into storage that I've got and not pay rent. And I'm going to rent my house out. And so my costs at home are like $1,000 a month. That's the home budget to just keep everything intact. And then whatever I spend on the road is my actual budget to live on. That might be your plan. Your other plan might be, oh no, I'm making $500,000 a year base already doing this. The house will sit empty. My brother will check on it every couple of days to make sure the plumbing didn't back up. The cars are sitting in the garage and what have you. Or your sister-in-law and a friend of yours from wherever is living in your house while you're not in the house. Everything's fine. That person can live there for nothing. Just keep an eye on everything and enjoy yourself. Whatever. You're out there. You're portable. You're doing the trading on this, or your laptop, or your big-ass iPad, or all 3. and you're living a life that was unthinkable for you 10 years ago. Unthinkable, because in 4 or 5 years of hanging around here, you have built your option trading strategy to the point where you have bought in, baby. You are all in. You are a casino operator. You really are. You're not interested in long shot bets anymore. You don't need them. You haven't got time to fret and worry about a long shot payoff coming in for you. You are too dang busy with 5, 10, 15, 20 different option positions that you've created that are just hauling you money, and collectively it's 100,000 a month coming in. You haven't got time for this other crap. Between the opening of the market and the closing of the market, and a little bit of pre-market time and a little bit of post-trading time, you are employed as a full-time asset manager. Your assets. And the rest of the time is yours. Holiday trading day, that's a day off for you. Doesn't matter what time the market opens, wherever you are in the world, you are watching the markets and you're doing your trades. Now, could it be that going forward, some of you are making the kind of money where you can hire someone to work for you? A person that will help you trade your account, monitor your account, stay on top of your option trades, that is based in the home city that you live in or not? Could it be that you hire a former market advisor with JP Morgan and are paying that person $150,000 a year to help you maintain your account because you're making $2 million a year in returns, and you're writing that off through your holding corporation that you've established that makes this money in the first place, and that's the entity that pays for the private jet that you charter from time to time to go wherever you got to go. That might be your future lifestyle. Yep, it's very doable around here, but you got to buy in, kids. You want a shortcut to all of this? There isn't one. Sorry. Everybody here will tell you there is no shortcut to making this kind of money. You gotta learn how this business works, how it thinks, how it reacts, how it feels, what it's looking at in the marketplace outside of the trading area. You want to be a condor investor? You had better learn how to take a temperature of a market, of a stock, of a segment of a company. Maybe you have to understand the healthcare business. You have to understand the software business. You have to understand the automotive business. It all depends on what stocks you want to do condors on. You want to do condors on spiders? You better understand interest rate policy and bond markets and oil markets and global geopolitical things. You better get that through your head. Some of you can't do that. You're not interested. You'll never be able to do that. But you understand how Tesla works. You do understand how Microsoft works. Find your niche, find your specialty, and zero in on it. And now, as an option writer, you're going to find your favorite area that you're going to make your option money from, and you're going to get to work. And there are millions, billions, and trillions in this business. This option writing business, this option market is bigger than you will ever be in your entire lifetime and your children's lifetime and your grandchildren's lifetime. It will continue to grow exponentially out, and you will never be a major factor in the business. And that's a good thing, because you're just part of the business and you're taking your pound of flesh, and your pounds are getting bigger and heavier every day, week, month, and quarter. Play it right. You're going to make yourself some ungodly money around here. You're going to be with me less and less and less, because you're going to be on your own more and more and more. And every once in a while, you're going to contact me and say, I need a one-on-one with you. I'm in a bit of a funk, or I've been away for 3 weeks and I did some trades, and I went to a wellness center and I'm out of touch. I want to talk to you about what's going on, or what do you think the big picture is. It'll be nice to see you. It'll be nice to have a one-on-one with you. Whenever you're ready, you let me know when you want a one-on-one, and we'll get together. In the meantime, for those of you rookies out there, the newbies that are here, and the wannabes that are watching me going, what is this old man talking about? I've seen other option channels, Bruce, There are guys out there who talk about options all the time, and they don't talk like you talk. They don't ever talk about your stuff. They talk about technical delta things, and they got fancy charts, and they've got all this really neat software crap, and they want me to give them $5, $10, $20,000 to learn how to do what they do. And here you are telling me I can have 5 of your measly classes for $600 freaking dollars, $120 a class to become wealthier? What's the catch? What aren't you giving me that all these other guys are? Because they're offering me $7, $8, $10,000 training programs that last a year or so, and I mean, it's got to be worth it. They're getting it. What's the deal with you? Why are you so damn cheap? Well, you hang out with these people a while over here, the ones who are talking to each other and desperately trying to ask me a question right now because I'm ranting. You'll figure it out. You'll figure out what we're all about here. I don't have 25 staff members working for me. You might notice I'm not in a Manhattan office tower in downtown New York. I don't work with a firm where I have to generate $10,000 a week in sales to pay for my cubicle. I don't have to make $1 million a year in profits for the corporation to keep my desk job. I'm not one of those guys. I am like many of you. I'm in my house. I'm talking to you about the market from my perspective. 50 years now, not quite 50 years of experience, probably 47 years of experience in the business. I'm just bleeding it to you. It's just coming out of me. It's just coming out. It's just coming out. You can take it or leave it. It's okay with me. I don't care. I would love you taking it. Many of you have figured out you cannot make money watching my channel. You just can't do it. Many have come and gone. Many. When this channel started in 2021 with live shows, it was all about GameStop. It was all about AMC. It was all about the meme stocks, dumb money, all that craziness. People were stuck at home, couldn't go to work, couldn't travel. Canadians were getting $2,000 a month to stay at home, and Americans can't sports bet. They couldn't go to a casino, and they found me some crazy way, and they started watching me, and they thought to themselves wrongly, this guy can make me rich by giving me one stock tip. That's all I'm going to need, and I'm going to be rich. And then they figured out, no, he's not like that. He's more specialized. He's more of a generalist. He's talking about what the market is doing in plain English, which I appreciate. But boy, he doesn't give me that $1 million trade. God damn it, I got to find that guy. And they're still looking for that guy. There were a lot of YouTubers out there who were on when I was on in 2021 who were talking about the $1 million trade, the home run, the going to the moon transaction. And where are those guys now? Many of those channels are no longer around. These guys are, I don't know where they are. Well-meaning people, by the way, well-meaning people, but the market doesn't work that way. And I'm still here. I'm still here. I'm still talking about making money the old-fashioned way, $1 at a time, baby, making it $1 at a time. And if you can buy into the game plan to take the money off the table as they hand it to you and become a casino owner, you will do very, very well in this market. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being part of the old man's rant and raving. It's great you're here. I do notice SoFi at 761. Thank you very much. We love it when it goes up. It should go up much more than that. We're at 1378 on GameStop. The big caps we're following. Apple's up 17. Goldman is down 4. Tesla's up $3. Microsoft up $1.50 in the pre-market. Amazon is up 85. Nvidia up $1.22. We're about to open for trading, so we're going to find out from our friend Larry Titus when the bells go off. And I say thank you all for popping in here and joining with me. Learn to become an option writer. Learn how the option markets work. Take advantage of these classes if you dare. And dare to improve your lives. Join the party, pal, because we're trying to take you to another level. Larry, thank you. As always, Mr. Titus is there for all of you. He's hitting the bells and letting us know, you know what? This market is open, baby. I love it. Thank you all for being here. And thank you for joining me today. It's a wonderful thing. And let's get richer rather than poorer. There are many, many people out there who are getting very wealthy in this market, and they're not going to take you with them. They are not interested in your well being, they're interested in their well being. Well, it's time for you to be interested in your well being. Thank you, Larry Titus. Thank you, buddy. Splair. JR, Splair, everyone's here. Thank you for the thumbs ups this morning. I haven't had time to beg for those. If you can hit the thumbs up button, please do so. Become a member of this channel today. Become a Gold Bagel member right freaking now. Move up your membership from chillin' to Uncle Bruce. Pay $25 a month to YouTube, and I'll make it worth your while. Join this channel and get rich. Stop pussyfooting around and thinking about it. And I don't know if I can do this or not. Get off your butts and get rich. I haven't got time to save you 5 years from now. I won't be here. I'm 68. Okay. It's time for you to get your act together immediately. And let's get on with it. Sorry to be so direct, but I'm just trying to help you out. Sometimes Dad's got to be tough. Look, we're running. We're open, baby. We're trying to get richer here. This market is leaving the train. It's going to leave you behind at the station. You either get on the train or go home and I don't know, watch soap operas. I don't know what you do. Come on, man. Let's go, baby. It's time for money to fall into your pocket rather than out of your pocket. And let's get some more of it. I need you guys to have money problems, tax problems, all kinds of issues. That makes me successful. So let's go, folks, with this program and get things started. Thank you so much for your support of this old man YouTuber. I love you, and I'm glad you're here. And boy, are the opportunities waiting for you. I cannot believe it. We've got 82 thumbs ups because Constantine has just hit the thumbs up button. Thank you, Constantine. I appreciate it. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to you and everyone else out there. Good morning, all. Thank you for joining me today. You know what you could do for me? A favor, apart from hitting the thumbs up button, of course. Are you guys getting an ad every time you come into my channel? I know pretty well all of you are. Would you mind telling me who is advertising to you? What corporations are advertising to you when you come to watch me live? I'd be curious to know who is paying money to YouTube to get eyeballs from my channel. I'd be kind of curious to know. So help me out, okay? Thank you, everybody, and appreciate you all. Thank you to Robert Mailhot. Thanks for the donation, buddy. Appreciate that this morning. Always appreciate it. We're going to add that to the Jennifer Auntie Jen's hip replacement fund. We're going to get that going here because Auntie Jen, we're heading down to Palm Desert a month from now. We're going south, and she's going in for an operation in December for her second hip, and we're going to get her rebuilt just like the $6 million man and multi-million-dollar woman that she is. And we thank you all for your support of Jennifer's efforts to be living pain-free. We are looking forward to that. Thank you all so very much. Let's have a green day, says Constantine. Absolutely. Richard, thanks, buddy. Neat. Mint Mobile, Bruce. JR, that's who's advertising to me. When I come onto your channel, I get a Mint Mobile commercial. DH Ruda, neat. Lissy, I got an advert for yogurt. That's what they're showing me. Splair, I'd always German brokers, but since premium, nothing. Bobby Atkinson, I'm a premier YouTuber now. Yukai, I got Temu advertisement. I got a Temu advertisement here. Thank you for letting me know, Yukai. You got to become a member, man. You're just a lurker. Come on, man, become a member. Bobby, no more ads. I bought the premium, and I don't get ads anymore. Bruce, thank you. What says Olokai shoes? Says JR. I also get Olokai shoe ads. Aurora's here. Neat. We got Adam. It's targeted ads mostly. So based on the viewer's interests and demographic, but advertisers can choose the videos that they want to go with. Yeah, I know that. Waverly, I think the ads depend more on the user than on the channel. Yep. Also, premium here. I'm a premium member, Bruce, of YouTube. Those of you who don't know, you can watch YouTube ad free by becoming a premium member of YouTube. I think it's 10 to 12 bucks a month. I don't know. How much are you guys paying to be a premium member? If you're in America, let me know in US money. If you're a premium member outside America, let me know in your currency. How much are you paying YouTube to not get ads? The good news for me is if you are a premium member, I get more money. It's funny because I get a percentage of the premium money you give YouTube because you're watching me. It's a question of how much YouTube you watch and how much of a percentage of the hours you put into YouTube are my hours. So if I get 10% of your watch time per month or whatever, I get 1/10 of your premium money. It's like 1/10 of 55% or something like that comes to me. I make more money from premium members per episode than if you watched an ad. That's interesting, isn't it? But money is money. It's what can I say? Justin, I may have made this comment already, but I'm 24 years old, married, and I have a baby, and I'm a truck driver, and I'm wondering if everything you're talking about is something I can do. I have other truck drivers who are here. There are others who listen to me on their satellite radio or whatever they're doing. They're option writers. Yeah, there are truck drivers who are option writers. They start with one here, one there, and they quickly figure out I make more money with Bruce per hour than driving this damn rig. I don't want to be a truck driver forever. I don't blame you. I've been a courier myself in my latter years for just something to do before I figured out to become a YouTuber. And I put the miles on. I know what that's all about. I do a lot of thinking behind the wheel, by the way. I love that. But hey, yes, sir, you are not alone. Many truck drivers listen to me. Screwed here in Ireland, as usual, says Waverly. Dude, no ads here. $15, I think, a month, but it would be worth it. It's worth it. I got weird ads about making passive income, but buying products from Amazon, Walmart, and reselling it. I get those all the time, too. Waverly, 17 euros is what I pay a month to not get ads. Isn't that something? JR, I turn off IBA so it doesn't seem like my computer is listening to me. And yes, your devices listen to you. And yes, you gave it permission to do so. That's true. Waverly canceled my Spotify and I signed up for YouTube Premium. There you go. Waverly, you get YouTube Music as well. There's a bunch of benefits you get if you're a premium member of YouTube. Definitely. You get benefits and I get more money. It's funny how that works. Splair, Justin, for sure. The first two classes should be already life-changing. And if you can for example, 100 GameStop or AI shares on the right broker, not every broker allows call writing, but oh yeah, these lessons change lives. BW, I mostly get Salon, Pass, and Flomax ads. Interesting. Seems they're targeting the host of the show. Am I watching? I don't know what's going on here. JR, Justin Schaefer, big yes. Use your phone. Absolutely. Waverly, oh yeah, I pay for a family account, by the way. That's why it's so much money. Splair TV, I think one is even called Truck Driver here. One of the guys is called Truck Driver. JJ, join the Discord group, Justin Schaefer. Join the Discord group. There you go. Fabulous stuff. BW, Justin, yep, this is legit, not a bot. Seriously, I had my pink slip handed to me in January. And so far, this is replacing my monthly salary, but not pulling to live on yet. Reinvested for now. Splayer, JR, yeah, it's mostly the agreement paper where you give the cross to finally register without reading the possibilities they get from your data. Thank you all for being here on Necro Blitz. I pay $11.99 in euros per month to be a premium member, and I get to watch Uncle Bruce commercial free along with everything else. And I thank you for those of you who do that. Necro Blitz, I just need you now to become a member of this channel because we're about to go member only. And if you become a Gold Bagel member, you get so much more. Please consider becoming a member immediately. Hector, I want to join the Discord group. I think we should make it mandatory that Discord group members are Gold Bagel members. I should talk to Tiff about that. To get all the benefits of the Discord group, you should be a Gold Bagel member of the channel to help both of us out. I don't know. I'm just saying, hey, are you getting something for your money? I think you are. Brian, Hector, sorry, we already have a Hector Salamanca, so we can't have two now. You can't call yourself Hector Salamanca. So sorry. Cindy B, I love watching Uncle Bruce commercial-free rock and roll, Cindy. Splair, I share with some friends. YouTube Premium makes it affordable. There you go. Giddy up, everybody. Thank you so much for being part of this channel. Thank you for being members of this channel, subscribers of this channel, followers of this channel, thumbs uppers of this channel, viewers. We love you. Thank you for taking the classes, whether you take one at a time or whether you buy a 4 for $5. Thank you for being members of the live classes when I run the live classes. And thank you for those of you out there who are doing one-on-ones. If you would like to have a one-on-one private session with me, let me know with a private email. Say, Uncle Bruce, I need to talk to you. I want to have you for 1 hour. My wife and I are going to sit together and talk to you on camera. I started watching you a long time ago. My wife thought I was nuts. Then she started to notice money was coming in the door and we're knocking off the credit cards. And all of a sudden we have an extra $1,000 for outfits for the kids or bicycles, or we could pay for the soccer lessons and the dance lessons. And all of a sudden these little things started happening. And my wife is saying, is this because of this guy you're watching all the time on YouTube, this Uncle Bruce guy? And I said, yeah, this Uncle Bruce guy and his gang over here, they're changing our lives. And we've only just started. And I was thinking of having a one-on-one with him to let him in on our big picture, because we have a whole bunch of crap happening around here. Our parents are getting older. We're taking over control, or we're being asked to help out with this and that, and it's becoming too much. We've got to get our act together. We've been just sloughing around too long. And the wife says, get him for an hour. Let's talk to him for an hour privately, because we don't want to talk about this on the air with other people watching. Let's have a one-on-one session with Uncle Bruce and fill him in on what we're about. You're making a couple of $1,000 a month already from this guy. Why not throw 400 at him and get him for the uninterrupted 1 hour that I think we could use? I will tell you, this has happened to me again and again and again and again for 2 years now. This has been going on. I have yet to have someone say in a 1 hour session, well, this was a complete waste of my money. No one says that. Folks come to me and go, I should have done this 6 months ago. I should be doing one of these every month with you, every 3 months with you. I should be doing this often, because you're throwing stuff at me you haven't got time to talk about on the air. And you're not going to talk about this kind of stuff on the air because you don't know our situation. Until we talk to you privately, you're not in on where we're at. Yeah, let me know if you would like to have a one-on-one session, and I can help you out with an angle you're not familiar with. I might be able to look at your family scenario from this angle over here that you can't do. You can't do that. You're right there. You have to look at it from here. I can look at you from over here, or from over there, or from up there. And I might throw you something that you never thought about. And all of a sudden you're going, oh my God, this is worth 10 grand. This is worth 10,000 a year in lower taxes. This is worth 25,000 a year in increased income. I had no idea we could do that. That's what I try to do. So, okay, there you go, folks. Anyway, thank you, everybody. JR, I don't get ads once Uncle Bruce starts the live show, but I do get them if I do the rerun. That is correct. Brian, my family shared Netflix, Crave, Prime, Disney, but now they seem all to be cracking down on sharing it. It was nice and affordable when the sharing was on. Slayer, Brian, convince them to a YouTube family account. Saves time on ads here. Interesting. YouTube account. I don't know if they do that everywhere. You got to figure that out for yourselves. Welcome to the party, pals. Thank you for being here today. 97 thumbs ups and counting. I so appreciate you helping out. Hit the thumbs up button for us, kids. Give us some forward momentum. It is very, very much appreciated. We are up and running. We're open. We are watching the markets now to see kind of where they're settling in at. What are they going to do today? We're going to find out soon enough. Let's get on with it. Let's see. We're showing the Dow off 25 measly points. It's a nothing burger today. We're up 8 on S&P and we're up 55 on NASDAQ. It's a mixed bag market. The oil market up $1.99 a barrel to 83.01. Yesterday we were in the 80 range. I think we're going back into the 70s the way this is going. Thank you all for being here. What's going on here? Yes, Blair. Yeah, Uncle Bruce has really a great knowledge about options. It's like a covered call function from a broker inside his head is working all the time. JR, Tesla is going green. Now, there you go. Giddy up, everybody. More power to all of you. Tesla is 203.04, up $2.20. 203.04. Up $2.50 now, 203.34, up $2.50 a share on Tesla. The Dow is down 18. It's coming back up. The shares of GameStop are down 40 cents. That means nothing in the first 15 minutes. You guys know this. The stock can be down 50, 60 cents in the first hour and end up 60 cents on the day. We never know with GameStop. SoFi down 7, nothing burger to worry about. 748 last trade. Apple 171 up 27 cents. Netflix is up 540. Adobe up 880 now to 541 a share. AI down 51 is kind of hanging around 23.50, 25.50. That's where we're at. Got to wait for earnings. We got earnings coming up on AI not too long from now. Nvidia is up 726 to 415. I think we hit 395 yesterday. We're back to 415. Tesla 204 up 317. Rocket Lab down 8. Matterhorn down. Matterport down 5. Smart Rent down 5. Owens Corning down 1/4. ATIP is up 4 now. Unity down 47 cents. Google up 138. Moderna down $1.12. Cisco down 10 cents. Pfizer up 32, IBM up 62, HBQ down 2 cents, Microsoft up 5.11, ME down 4, Amazon up $2.27, Home Depot down $2.25, Vatic Semiconductors up 84 cents, that's the ETF. Goldman Sachs unchanged, Boeing down up $2, Meta, the old Facebook, up $281, now $304, Target Corporation down $150, JP Morgan down 6 cents, Costco down 119, Walmart up 43, Disney down 23, American Airlines up 3 cents, DraftKings down 14 cents, AMC down 30, Royal Caribbean up 62. That is the story right now as we are plus 15 on the Dow, 13 on S&P. We're up 68 on NASDAQ. We're going green on the entire market at the same time. Thank you all very much for being here. The JR, come on, SoFi, up pop, and then we're at 748, 749, and it would take nothing for SoFi to go to 850. Would take nothing. We're only at 4.5 million volume here. Low of 746, and we're at 748 right now. We're just schlepping around, down 7 cents. Just let the first hour go and watch. I think it's going higher. The days of this company being sloughed off and the company will never make it, the bank will never make it, those days are over. We're talking over $2 billion in revenue, $2 billion in gross revenue coming in, and they're upping their guidance into 2024. I can tell you, don't be surprised if it's $2.5 billion by the end of next year, or $2.8 billion, or $3 billion. These guys are growing massively. This stock's at 746. That's a joke, but it won't be there long. Don't worry, it's all right. It's nothing personal. The company's market cap is $6.6 billion. They have what is it now? $15.5 billion in deposits. They're probably going to go to 25 billion in deposits by the end of this 2024, maybe 27 billion in deposit. They're not going to be a $6.6 billion market cap with 25 billion in deposits on hand. I mean, come on. They don't have any physical branches. They don't have any of those expenses. I mean, really, yeah, they're going to make a lot of money. This company is going to make a lot of money. Their cost per customer, their cost per dollar, their cost to be in business is so much lower than established banks. These guys are the fintech kings, and they are going to be the Amazon of fintech. But hey, you got to decide for yourself whether you want to stick around for the show or guess when the stock takes off. It went up yesterday, and no one expected it. Everyone thought it would go up the day before when the earnings came out. It didn't happen. It went up yesterday. No one expected that, and now here we are. 744, 745, 750. Oh, okay. All right. No problem. Clay, it's a Fed meeting day. And we learn about interest rates again. Keep your toes up, on green. It can turn real red today or the other way around. I don't think we're going to get a change in interest rates. I don't think they're going higher today. I think it's a flat. Now, I could be wrong. They might go up a quarter because they've been talking all year that another half-point rise is coming this year. And this is October. There's only one more meeting after this one, and that's it for the year. I think it's the November meeting. There isn't one in December. So quarter point now, quarter point in December, or no, quarter, maybe it is the one in December. Quarter point now, quarter point December, that's it. Half a point today and nothing in December. Nothing today, half a point December. I don't know. I don't know. We'll find out. It's okay. It doesn't matter if you're an option writer. It doesn't matter. You don't have to care about that as much. If you are really wide on your condors, you're writing out of the money call options. You don't care. You don't need to care. Giddy up and welcome to this side of the market. This is where money is made, not lost. Take this knowledge. Let's go. Clay, I bet that the rates are going to stay the same as well. But if Powell sounds wishy-washy and hawkish, you better understand he will sound that way. Always will sound that way. He will be one way, then the other way, data dependent, blah, 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 blah. All the gobbledygook talk, and the markets will be fluctuating. And at the end of the day, nothing changes, okay? Money is made by option writers. That never stops happening. Option writers make money. If you know what you're doing, option writers win, everyone else loses. I'm sorry. It's consistent. It's been proven, and it's happening here a lot. Get with the program. Thank you all for hanging out with the old man. I'm on a roll today. Thank you. We're at 100 thumbs ups. We've hit the triple digit. Thank you all for that. If you can hit that thumbs up button for me and add a little more to it, please help us out. Let's get this party started. We tried to hit 200 yesterday. We couldn't do it. 173 or 172 or 174 is where we got to. The day before, we had over 200 thumbs ups, and I was excited as all get up. Try to hit that thumbs up button for us. Give us some forward momentum on this channel, and I would much, much appreciate it. Don't forget, tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern Time, live, prime time with Uncle Bruce, exclusive primetime show for Gold Bagel members only. Gold Bagel members, we're live tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern. Come on in and join the party, pals. We're going to talk about this market. You ask me whatever you want. The markets are closed. We'll talk about the interest rate policy if you want. We'll talk about iron condors. We'll talk about cash secured puts. We'll talk about writing. You tell me what you want to talk about tonight. 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Your buddy, Uncle Bruce, is live. If you're a Gold Bagel member, this is another perk that you have paid for. You get it. And I thank you very much. Looking forward to seeing you guys. A bunch of regulars show up every Wednesday night when we do this. Come on in, folks, and see us tonight. 7 o'clock Eastern Time, live, primetime live with your buddy, me, Uncle Bruce. Looking forward to having you come on in. Thank you. Manager, I'm back. 102, baby. I'm here. Hey, manager, says JR. Thank you. Manager, I am shorting something today. That's what I do. Brian, something, anything. Just do whatever. Giddy up, manager. Make the money and get richer. Giddy on up. The Dow's up 44 points. We're happy about that, but we think we can do more. We're now up 49. We're up 13 on S&P. We're up 61 on the NASDAQ. We're improving these markets. They're getting stronger. That's good to see. We'll see if it's got some momentum behind it. The spiders are up 1.53. Qs are up $2. GameStop is down 26 cents to $13.52 or so after bottoming out at $13.33. So we popped back 19 cents from the low. SoFi got down to 741, 742 right now. We're still here, down 14 centinos. Apple's up 23, Netflix up 430, Adobe up 760, AI down 58, Nvidia up $5, Tesla's up $1.76. So we got upward markets, downward markets, mixed here, nothing burger there. Welcome to the first half hour. There you go. Giddy up, everybody. Welcome to the party. Let's make some money. Let's just make money. Anything. Yeah, why not? Manager, check out pins. Manager, I think earnings are out and this thing's ready to drop. There you go. Well, it's one of those markets lately. Companies come out with earnings, breaking records, stocks go down. Keep in mind, remember to remind yourself, stocks do not trade on how much money they made last year. They don't trade on how much money they made last quarter. They trade on how much money they're going to make next quarter, next year. That's what the market wants to really know. That's why they buy stock. People buy stock on how much you're going to make, how well you're going to do. That is the deal. All right. That is the difference. Brian, Uncle Bruce, I sold the rest of my GameStop covered calls yesterday because you were mad about people asking you about running at such low levels. You were mad. I was mad. June 15th for $2.59. I used that to buy SoFi and GameStop shares. Brian, you just do whatever you think you got to do. JR, my Tesla iron condors were up almost 50%, then pulled back. I had to roll, and I'm now working on a 50% gain. I'll take it. I'll take it next time. Thank you very much. Nice going, JR. This is what you do. This is what you do. You're a full-time option player now. It's what you got to do. Stay on top of these markets and take the dough they're handing you and use the clock to your advantage if it's necessary. Absolutely.
That was easy.
That was easy. Well done, my friends. Keep the game going. Look, if you are giving up on GameStop for whatever reason, fair enough. Do what you got to do. But if you're an option writer, you are writing options at all times on GameStop. You're writing options all the time on Tesla, on AI, doing condors, whatever you're doing. You are working that option market for cash. Many of you were into GameStop $15 calls, $10 calls a year ago, year and a half ago. And you started writing options at that point in time. Some of you paid $15 for $10 deep in the money calls. Some of you paid 12, 10, 8. Some of you averaged it all the way down. And then you were bringing in $2 to $3 every time you wrote options on GameStop calls. And some of you have forgotten that, Bruce, I finally did the math, and I bought all these deep in the money calls at an average cost of $10 each. I have hauled in $13 in premiums in a year and a half. These are free. What I got here, I have paid nothing for them. If they're trading at $6, $7, and I'm a +3 on them already, and I'm still writing on these things, this is free money. It just keeps coming. The stock will go up. It will go down. It'll go up. It'll go down. Stock wants to go to $15, $17, $18. Your deep in the money calls will go up in value, back to what you paid for them, and you're still going to be writing on them. It's a long-term game that you never stop working on. Look, you can shift anytime you want. Of course you can. Of course. If you feel that there are better premiums available to you and you're much more comfortable being into another stock, another deep in the money call on something, fair enough. If you're going to do condor work, fair enough. but stick with it and don't stop. Just keep working it. Absolutely. Let's see, Splair. SoFi, no one is thinking about the future there. Brian, I use MAD loosely. You convinced me to sell. Take the money. Okay. Spicy, good morning. I wrote 50 GameStops at $15 strike out to December. Giddy up. Splair, well, it's hard to write at all-time lows. I wrote, for example, $12 calls just between 14 and 14.90 because 15 was my psychological barrier. Brian, I wrote calls on GameStop out to 2026, even at 17 3 months ago, and took in $6. Those are now $3 to $4 range. Look at the options change, place your mark, and go. Yeah, you can do this. If you own the stock, you can write 2026 contracts on GameStop. You can write at the money contracts if you wish. You can write in the money contracts if you wish. You'll get the book value plus a premium. Get a premium. You can write 2025 contracts. Dare them to exercise you at $15, at $13. Write 13s. Can you bring in $3 for 13s and you get exercised? You're going to get your $3 plus 13. You're getting $16. Turn around, buy the stock back right now at $13.50 and write another 13 for $3 good for 2025 or 2026 or whatever you can get for it. Look at the option chain. Dare them. Write 12s. Write 11s. Yeah, but get a premium, not just book value. Get a premium. It's very interesting. Love this. Manager, last week, pins was around 25. Today it's around 30. I see it going down at least $2. Manager's thinking of shorting pins.
Ooh.
What is pins? I don't even know who they are. What?
PIN?
PINS.
Pins.
I don't know who that is. Giddy up, everybody. Thank you so much. Jen, how are you today?
I'm good.
You are here.
I
You're
am
alive.
here.
Alive and well. It's Wednesday, November 1.
I know, but we have no moon this morning.
Oh, it's set. It's set already. It's set on us because every morning it's lower, faster.
No, but not.
It's
I
set
mean,
sooner.
Yesterday it was here.
Well,
It's only
it's-
one day.
Well, it's taking a day off.
Does everybody have a candy sugar hangover this
Yeah, how did
morning?
Halloween go for you guys? Did you guys get any kids come to your house? We don't have any here. We're in an apartment building.
And they don't let them in.
They don't let kids into this place.
Yeah.
Of course, there are no kids down here. We're in downtown Beltline, Calgary. There are no kids. Very, very few children. There are
Very
infants, 1-year-olds,
Right,
2-year-olds, maybe, but only for temporary because these folks move out when the kids turn 3 and 4 to get out of here, which makes
We
sense.
got
That's
out
what
when
we
ours
did.
was 1.5.
Ours is 1.5.
Time to put her in a backyard.
We were in this building when she was created and she
That's
was
right.
born, and then we
She was-
left when she was
She was
1.5.
made here.
She was made here. We constructed her here. Those are good days. Those are good times. Didn't always work, which was the best part about it.
Yeah.
Try again. Yes, indeed. What was I going to ask you? What was I going to say? I can't remember.
Don't know.
It's November 1,
Yes, it is.
which means that it's officially 1 month from now, and we are.
In 2 months, it's 2024.
Yeah, well, next
I
December 1, we're out of here.
I got too much to do in a month.
Has Jen got stuff on her to-do list?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was thinking December 10, and then you came back with December 1.
Yeah. And then we have a doctor's appointment, stuff to do at the hospital, and then get ready.
And in Alberta right now, it takes a long time to get lab results back.
It's incredible.
It's
It's
yeah.
incredible. The demand. Our frontline hospital workers who deserve gold medals, every one of them,
Statues. Yeah.
through this COVID thing. My God, these people are exhausted. So many have left the profession. They just couldn't handle it anymore. They're being begged. The health authorities are begging people to come back.
Yeah.
Please come back and work with us. So the health workers are doing everything they can to keep up with the momentum. The problem is this province where I live, 180,000 people moved into this province in the last year. That's an increase of 4 or 5%.
Yeah.
So we have 4% more people living in the province needing healthcare services.
Eating everything.
Everybody needs a dentist. Everybody needs a doctor. Everybody needs a place to live. Everybody needs a grocery store. 180,000 more people coming into the province. We only have 4 4.5 million, 5 million now. The province is estimating that by 2050, so in 27 years, we will double our population
Will
to
be
10
yeah.
million. They're talking about 10 million people here. That means we need to double the size of the healthcare world,
So,
the school boards, the how many schools, libraries.
and you know what they're talking about again?
High-speed rail.
High-speed rail.
Yeah. This
That old colonel.
there have been probably
Oh.
5 funded studies for high-speed rail in this province, mainly between Calgary and Edmonton, the 2 big cities.
Or Calgary to Banff.
At least 5 have been
Yeah.
done, and they're funded by government and
Yeah.
the federal government, the provincial government, and all 5 have said no. And the reason they say no, and I think it's ridiculous, we just don't have, there's not enough population to support it.
Yeah.
I say you build it, they will come. If you have a high-speed line between Edmonton and Calgary, the usage of that line will be far higher than you ever thought possible.
Oh, yeah.
You build it now at today's dollars.
Especially in the winter.
I was begging this government, do this 5 years ago, 10 years ago, when interest rates were nothing.
Yeah.
They could have borrowed
When steel was cheap.
$20 billion. They could have borrowed at 1% interest for 30 years to build this damn thing between here and there in Banff and over towards Lethbridge, towards the border in Saskatchewan, and begin a high-speed rail out of Calgary to the rest of Canada. They could have started this thing with zero cost money because inflation was 2% and they were paying 1% interest. But no. They believe the latest study. Now they're going to do another one. And inflation has come in big time. Interest rates have gone up big time. And
but
now
you know we're going to have population in 25 years.
It's such a joke. It is. We have
Meanwhile,
governments.
We're waiting for the green line in the city.
Yeah,
to
we
be
can't
built.
even build our own subway systems and light transit systems here. We don't have the money to build that. There is no commitment from any government that will work for this kind of project. Why? Because it takes more than the term of a government to build.
Yeah.
You cannot build a high-speed rail line throughout this province or any state in the United States.
Yeah.
Good luck, Florida. Good luck, California. You can't build a high-speed rail line in 3 years. Yeah. You need 15 years to do it. And there is no way the first government, the second government, the third government, and the fourth administration will be on the same page. There's no damn way. And so it's inherently never gonna happen. The only place you can build high-speed rail lines is where you already have it and you're just adding to it, or you have a dictator running your country.
Right.
The dictator, who's going to be around for 15, 20 years, can do it because they can't stop this guy. But in the democratic world and the litigious society in which we live, where there are more lawyers than engineers, never going to happen. So there you go, kids.
So there's your rant for the morning.
There it is. There it is.
Let's get that out.
See,
do we have a cloth to wipe your screen with?
Right there.
Oh, it's hiding.
I thought P&T was Pinterest, says Blair. Good morning, Auntie Jen from JR. Pins is Pinterest, says Clay.
Pinterest.
Constantine says it's Pinterest, Bruce. Last week, Pins is around 25. Today, it's 30. I think it's going down, says manager. Dude, I like the idea of taking 30-40% premium on a share price for my call rights. I do too. Cindy, we had lots of kids and a little snow in Michigan. BW, US dollar ran up at open and hit 107.09, and then the Fed stepped in and smacked it right back down to 106.8. Real healthy market for Rugman to make an appearance. JR, no trick-or-treaters last night. They go to the rich kids neighborhood. Waverly brought the young lad out for the first time. Nearly fell flat on his little face, running around, covering his ears from all the fireworks. Dude, downside protection just in case. If I'm wrong, Uncle Bruce taught me how to cross my arms. Brian, our neighborhood we bought 400 pieces of candy. All gone. Whoa. It is all young families where I live in Calgary, says Brian. Splayer, same here. I have now a bit more sweets than I can consume, but I thought at least someone's trying to get up to my first floor. Constantine, manager, I left you a private message on Discord.
Oh.
Waverly, poor lad, fell on his face. JR, I'm not rich enough. When I make my millions writing options, then the trick-or-treaters will come. Waverly.
Full-size chocolate bars.
We had a great time, though, says Waverly. Dude, way too cold here for trick-or-treaters. They went out on Sunday night.
Oh, okay.
Alex, too much information, Bruce. Clay, I love me fast trains. JR, don't get me started on high-speed rail. California got burned on that.
Right? Yeah.
Splair, wait a little. I will be there between that population doubling, but probably closer to Vancouver.
Oh, okay.
Clay, all thanks to Elon's stupid car hole idea. Clay, idea is being generous. Splair, what have I missed? And the Japanese train is really safe and fast. Oh my gosh. BW, come on. You all have seen Parks and Recreation. Everything in government starts with a committee. You know that, how that works. It all starts with a committee. Splatter, I bet that's why Elon has to hurry with SpaceX. He wants to build him as a dictator on Mars. JR, the problem in California is that the government didn't take care of land acquisition before train construction started. The imminent domain costs have just killed the WHO, or the high speed thing, plus environmentalists, plus all kinds of government opposition, plus all kinds of legal challenges. It's impossible in the United States to get big projects done. It's very, very difficult.
Through his propositions, and
even then, and this thing did pass a proposition. JR, and the last independent audit of the whole thing found out that the high speed will only average 45 miles an hour.
Woo-hoo!
Too many stops. BW Clay, car hole idea. That's awesome. Made me spit out the beverage. Too funny. Car hole. Car hole. There you go. We're up 70 points on the Dow. We're up 13 on S&P. We're up 37 on NASDAQ. Welcome, everybody. We're back to 752 on SoFi. We were down to what was it? We got down to on SoFi today. We were as low as 738. We're back to 752.
I think people are starting to ride that train.
We're fine. Yeah. All is well. All is well. Don't worry about it. All is well. Oh, my. U.S. construction spending up for a 9th straight month. Why is that? Why is U.S. construction spending up for 9 months in a row? I know why. You're not going to like it, a lot of you. You're not going to like my response on this. It's because you've got the greatest president of all time, Joe Biden.
So they weren't building before, and now they've got increased population.
They increased their infrastructure program.
Yeah.
When Nancy Pelosi ran the Congress and Schumer ran the Senate, which he still does,
they could put things
Biden was in the White House, they passed the infrastructure bill.
Yeah.
They passed the Let's improve Kennedy Airport bill. Let's improve LaGuardia. Let's improve bridges. Let's build ports. Let's build infrastructure in America that is crumbling and is the laughing stock of the Western world. And let's improve this place. Joe Biden got it done. Now, you want to get a spending bill through Congress right now for a new improved superstructure highway thing in Chicago? Good luck with that.
Yeah, you just cross yourself before you cross that bridge.
The Congress is in the clown show game right now with what's the speaker's name? The Bible thumping boy from wherever the hell he's from. Oh yeah, good luck with that, you guys. Yeah. America will get nothing done anymore until the next election is held, and we have to see what the results are. Who is running the Congress? Who's running the Senate? And who's running the White House? But the trillions that were allocated 2 years ago are finally 9 straight months of job creation. That's what's going on. I know you don't like this. You guys don't like it when I say this, but it's true. You have got 0 spending bills going through the Congress and the Senate and the White House to better America right now. Nothing. Zip. And there won't be any, because Congress wants to reduce the deficit.
They just won't play with each other.
There, it's such a joke over there. It's such a freaking joke. Unbelievable.
It's become untenable.
It's sad. But we can't wait to come down. We can't wait. We'll spend money down there and help people get richer. We'll help you get richer, and you'll help your country. I'll do everything I can to make America greater. But boy, oh boy,
Boy.
there are people who want to tear down, not build up. And there you go. And that's why high-speed rail is dead in America. More people want to tear it down than create it. And there you go. There's no urgency.
Yeah, it's never going to happen here.
How many votes will any
So-
presidential candidate get from people in Maryland, Connecticut, Pennsylvania, New York, Georgia, because high-speed rail is a priority between California and, say, Nevada? Nobody going to vote in the East for this great rail project in the West. Nobody cares. They don't give a crap. They want their area looked after.
Yeah.
Say, I get it, but
Absolute human nature.
if you're going to be a federal leader, a leader of the federal government, you've got to think federally. But they don't do that. The Congress guys think local. They think their little neighborhood. Screw the rest of America.
It's just like the movie Silence of the Lambs, when they're trying to figure out who the bad guy is. How does he find these women he goes after? What do you covet? You covet what you see. If I'm living in the East, I don't see anything in the West, so I don't want to build it.
That's right. That's right.
You covet what you see.
If you're from Florida, you're in Ron DeSantis's world. You're in Texas, you're in that governor's world, whoever that moron is. You're thinking Texas priorities. You don't give a crap about Washington State
And
or
it's the
Indiana.
It's the same in Canada. It's the same in every country in the world.
Same in Dortmund and Berlin and Frankfurt, Germany. They have their needs. Birmingham, England, Liverpool,
Absolutely.
London, Sheffield, they have their needs. The Federalists, the nationalists are looking at the big picture, and the regionalists are looking at their little picture. And Brexit was everyone looking out for themselves rather than the good of the country.
Yeah.
And now Britain is getting screwed royally every angle you can imagine. And the youth of the UK are paying the biggest price and will for the next 25 years. They will pay dearly for the 40 to 65-year-old vote that went with Brexit.
And I think the people in Europe
sad
are gleeful.
Oh, the Europeans are going, screw you bastards.
That's
The
right.
hell with you then.
That's right.
The hell with you guys.
We
You
tried.
want out?
We tried.
You know, the Germans and the French and the Italians are going, oh, you don't want to be part of us? Well, then great. We're not going to buy anything from Britain.
Yeah.
You're blacklisted
Screw
because the amount of paperwork to import into the UK
off.
and export now into is untenable.
And from Ireland to the UK, from Ireland to you can see each other.
Ireland is laughing. The Irish are laughing all the way to the bank. Their standard of living is rising while the UK standard of living is dropping. The Irish population are doing beautifully. The government of Ireland, the economy of Ireland is surging because they're EU. They're part of the European Union. Here in North America, thank God, thank goodness, Canada, US, and Mexico have a free trade deal that was salvaged under Trump because Trump tried to blow the damn thing up.
Yeah.
The whole thing was salvaged.
Well,
And
the
with
world still calls it NAFTA.
yeah, and with Biden and Trudeau and the Mexican president, whoever that is, they're keeping it together and they're making it work. The border between Canada and America, billions of dollars, I think it's $5 billion a day of product is crossing the U.S.-Canada border.
Yeah,
Every
day.
day. Millions of jobs, millions
People
of
crossing the
jobs
border to go to
are
work every day.
at stake
Yeah.
for that to stay the way it is. U.S.-Mexico, it's huge. It's huge. Trillions of dollars of trade. Thank God that's still intact because Trump tried to blow that thing up big time. And oh, what a mess that would have been. Just
I
an
think you
absolute
have to
disaster.
get back to the market. Your blood pressure needs to come down.
I'm so excited. I'm so happy.
And he didn't have any candy bars.
Although we did go to Costco yesterday
Well,
and we picked up some stuff.
but no candy bars.
But no candy.
No
bars.
candy.
No candy bars. It's all. I went to Costco yesterday.
Yeah.
And picked up some. It's all good.
I'm out of here, people. Have a nice Wednesday.
That was easy.
There you go.
Bye.
Thank you, Miss Jan. Have a good one. We'll talk to you later.
Yeah.
Giddy up, guys. Giddy up, giddy up, giddy up, giddy up. Thank you for being here and hanging out with yours truly. If you dare hang out with me today, oh boy, do you have the guts to hang out with me today? We have 123 thumbs ups. Not very many people have the guts to hand me a thumbs up today. They're too scared. But I appreciate you. Thank you all. Thank you all. Thank you all for being here. What else is going on here? Let me just try to catch up with these messages. Goodness gracious. Here we go. No kids here, says BZ. Disconnect the doorbell for the dog and went to the bar for Halloween. Put on a bowl of candy out there. I'm not a monster. Dude, I don't know. This car hole thing might save us in a few years, the way things are going. BW, Uncle Bruce, Andy Jen. So it's baked in, isn't it? FOMC. The markets always know ahead of time. Manager says, I closed my short on pins with nice moolah. I'm now waiting for it to go up and I'll hit it again. This is easy money. Clay, BW, ever since I saw the news for the Hyperloop and the ridiculous demos of this thing, that's what's made me switch minds on Elon. Farmalus, I had a get off my lawn sign that kept the heathen hordes away from my house last night. Joe knows. Uncle Bruce, says JJ. Clay, for everyone, the car hole is how I make fun of and reference Hyperloop, by the way. JR, what is it? They want to cut funds to the IRS to pay for aid to war-torn countries. The problem is that makes it harder for them to collect taxes, which would end the deficit overall. There you go. It's funny how they do that. Brian, guys, remember Elon made a flamethrower. That is all I have to say. Dude, I've been calling it the zippy hole, says Clay. To Clay, I like that one, the zippy hole. A fool of a took. Bruce, I think I need somewhere that Southwest Airlines, I think I read somewhere that Southwest Airlines threatened to leave Texas if they tried to implement a high-speed rail. They need it there. Such a huge state. Oh, if you had high-speed rail between Houston, Dallas, Austin, oh my God, 300 kilometer, 180 mile an hour trains, where downtown to downtown, you need to get to the station 5-10 minutes before the train leaves instead of 3 hours at the airport or 2 hours at the airport. Can you imagine? Oh my God, dude, everyone get in the zippy hole. Blair, I already helped Germany with my taxes and with my medicine spendings quite a lot of times here. No industry there, only nature and medical herbs. Fool of a tuck. Can't forget that corporations are actually the ones who run this country. That's right. If corporate America believes that serious money could be made from high-speed rail, they would be pushing their state governments and federal government to do it. But it's an Amtrak deal, and it's local state government deal. Florida has high-speed rail, kind of. California is trying, kind of, but it's a mess. It's not a national priority. Splair, looking forward to help another country. Germany is taking too much taxes, by the way. Karen, I had mobs of kids because my neighborhood decorates their houses. There was even DJ music. JR, Tesla testing 200 again, apparently. We got Tesla right now at 201.18. There you go. Alex, I was reading today about a UK business that sold 50% of products into the EU. That dropped to 0.5% in 2019 when Brexit was implemented. There you go. Wiped it out. A fool of a took. Also, I moved out of Florida 2 years ago. Can confirm it's crazy town down there. It's wild. Alex, it's just gone bust, says Alex, with Brexit. Just gone bust. Ouch, that sounds like a bankruptcy, Alex. BW, Fed Dallas business conditions continued to worsen in October. It's 17th straight month of negative readings. Respondents notes, business has slowed down significantly. See no signs of improvement in business activity from the Fed in Dallas. JR, now peeps can't afford to own homes in Florida because of the insurance rates. California, the same problem. That is correct. Insurance is wiping out home equity for people, and they can't refinance. They can't get a mortgage without insurance. They can't afford the insurance, can't afford the mortgage. We got a problem here. Splair, have a good day there, Jen. Alex, have a good one, Jen. Dude, took in $200 on that gold bagel tip, Uncle Bruce. Thank you very much. Rolled a few positions, and I'm sitting pretty. Thank you. Right on, dude. Brian, a fool of a took. One of our radio stations does a skit once a week about crazy stories out of Florida. Manager, I wrote 20 Tesla cash secured $80 puts for $6. If Rugman says a good thing, Tesla goes up, I'll close my cash secured puts today. Brian, manager, so are you willing to buy Tesla at 174 a share? BW, high-speed rail in Texas, they'd be hitting steer and cattle all the time. Farmless, honestly, if we want to build a rail line, I wouldn't trust anyone in America to build it. I would call the Germans or the Japanese to do it. Clay 180, California, the eastern seaboard and across the southern U.S. is perfect for high-speed rail. Can't forget connecting New York, Chicago to Seattle. That would be good too. Luca, number 127 on the nose here. Ciao, everybody. Welcome, Luca, manager. Yes. Brian, BW, if a high-speed train traveling at 300 kilometers an hour hit a cow, do you think the cow would blow up or disintegrate? Picturing it in my head right now. Manager, I got assigned. I will do the wheel if I get assigned. Alex, 128 people are watching. A 128 thumbs up. That's not bad, you guys. Splair, honestly, in medical herb direction, there are a lot of small town projects in third world countries helping them with new jobs. I like that spirit. JJ, remember, Uncle Bruce's drink of preference is caffeine-free Diet Coke. His body can't handle the sudden influx of sugar. Manager, and if Tesla goes up, I'm closing the cash secured put. Brian, manager, wheel is just to sell covered calls on the shares you buy. ASAP. Wing Commander 128 jumping in to say hello there. JJ, Uncle Bruce gonna crash after the show from Halloween candy sugar high. JR, my bro had to sell his mountain home when the insurance rates skyrocketed to over 10-year highs. Speaking of crazy town, by the way, BW cow goes poof. Manager, yeah, if you get signed and the stock is in your account, that is what you do. Write a covered call right away. Splair, Brian, if you the cow situation looks like a scene for Family Guy. Constantine, Uncle Bruce, I sold $10 cash secured SoFi cash secured puts for January, $340. I took off the table for that. Thank you very much. I took the money. There you go. Can be done. Can be done. Cash secured put for January. Is that January 2025, 2024? Probably 2024, right? I would imagine. That's a good trade. I think that's a good trade. The stock is a 760. You're taking 340 off the table. You're paying 660. That's $1 premium on that deal. Yeah, if the stock goes to $9, these contracts are they're worth $1. You're doing great. Stock goes to 11, they're worthless. You keep all the money. Thank you very much. I like that. JR, 10,000 a year, says JR. He had to sell his mountain house for 10,000 a year insurance. Wow, talk about it, ridiculous. Wow, that's crazy. Constantine, 2024, I wrote. These are 2024 Jans, man. This is November. We're talking less than 3 months. I'm taking $1 off of SoFi by doing that. That's not bad. I am 20% in profit here. Nice going, Constantine. BW, VIX is down to 1711, so this market can go higher. All is well. No fear. Everything has gotten cheaper, and we're in the bull market. Don't worry about the loan rates or mortgage rates. Market moronic, so right options. There you go, says BW. Very interesting developments. Look at the Dow. We're up 154. This is the high of the session. We're running again. Look at your SoFi, 761. We're green on your SoFi. The low today, 738. We're at 761. The GameStop's 1348. We'll see if it keeps recovering. We'll find out. Interesting, isn't it? The S&P up 30, doing better than the Dow, and NASDAQ's up 107, doing better than everybody. It's up 0.83 of a percentage point. Oil up 205, 83.07 at the moment. Fascinating stuff out there, everybody. Do not fear the upside. Enjoy the run. Let's go, baby. Let's go and make money in this market. Absolutely. Make some Jennifer Aniston money. Why not? Why not? Yeah, baby. Come on now. Let's go. Fun times, everybody. Fun times. 760 up a nickel on SoFi. Apple up 112. Netflix up 780. Adobe up 1190. We've got a nice day going over there. We're up, where are we at here? We're up NVIDIA 840. AI down 46. We're up 66 on Tesla right now. We've got Owens Corning going green, up 120. We got Unity down just 32 cents. It's coming back. Google up $1. Moderna down only 19 cents. It's coming back. Cisco up 6. Pfizer's up 6. IBM up 92. HPQ up 15. Microsoft up 730. $345 a share. ME down 3 cents. It's coming back. Amazon up 240. Home Depot down 8 cents. Coming on. It's going to go higher. Vanik is up 192. Goldman up 265. Boeing up 321. Meta up $6. Target down $1.14, but it's recovering. JP Morgan is up 82, going higher. Costco up 179, going higher. Walmart climbing up 58 cents. Disney down 31. AAL, American Airlines, up a penny, turned green. DraftKings up a quarter, and AMC down 11. Royal Caribbean down 14 cents. That's what's going on in stocks we're watching. 154-point gain on the Dow. We were even up 168 just a moment ago, so we're going green here everywhere. Half a point gain on the Dow. 3/4 of a point gain on S&P. 0.83 on NASDAQ. Going green, okay? Lovely, everybody. Loverly. Alex, SoFi is green. SoFi, 761, says Brian. Manager, I'm up 500 on my Tesla cash secured put. Should I close or wait for the rug man? BW, they dropped the 40 cents, so of course the markets go up. Dollar down, markets rise, dollar up. Thanks, tank. Farmalist J, I don't know what this means. Splair, someone realized that Jen's last show with Chandler was a reunion show. Splair and go SoFi. There you go. Thank you, everybody, for being with me today. Thank you for these thumbs ups. If you dared hand them out. You've been chintzy today. 134 is all we're getting here. We're not getting the thumbs ups. We're just not getting it. I'm upsetting too many people with my commentary. I'm sorry. I will not make comments to make you happy. I will make comments to be honest. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to give you a happy little story that'll make you feel better and then you get screwed in the end. I'm not going to let that happen to you. You have got to get the truth of what is going on out there. And that's the name of this game. The markets are up. Joe Biden's America. What you had for 4 years and what you have now is so unbelievable. But hey, you're the voters. You figure it out. Americans, you get your act together. It's your business. It's not mine. I'm just on the outside looking in going, what are they doing down there? I don't know. I love you, though. I love you. Who cares? Good morning, Uncle Bruce. Joining very late. And I'm giving you a thumbs up. 134. Brian, best president ever. Biden, best president ever. There you go. Well, it is what it is. Construction spending up 9 months in a row. In this business, in this economy, this inflation, this interest rates, construction spending up 9 months in a row. This is a job creator for American jobs. Construction workers are not brought in from Germany. They're not brought in from Sweden. They're Americans. The engineers, the contractors, the plumbers, the concrete guys, the steel layers, the foundation makers, the framers, the everything. My God, the amount of jobs being created for Americans is unprecedented, and the unemployment rate is 3.6%, 50-year low in Biden's presidency, not anybody else's. In Biden's. Sorry, those are facts. I didn't make this up. That's what's happening. You decide who you want to credit for that, blame for that. That's okay with me. It's your world. Whatever world you live in, I'm trying to make you make money, become an option writer, and get richer. Simple as that. Okay, that's all there is to it. It's the money, baby. It's all about the money. There you go. What else is going on? Uncle Bruce, can you tell me something good about Canopy for the upcoming weeks? No, just kidding. I have to wait there probably now for a movement from German government. Can't help you there. Firmless, sorry, typing on phone is hard. Got caught in a live circuit changing out a dead contactor or whatever it is. My hands weren't quite small enough. It's all good. The BW, they pumped up the solar darlings on Monday and Tuesday, and now they're getting whacked. Don't worry. It's just normal market rotation. Splair, at least it's opening the medical market for a lot more users than now with the hard rules for doctors. Whatever it is, guys, work it out. Make money in this market. Learn how to do options. Take yourself to another level. You only go around once. I can't say it enough, can I? All right. Thank you. I love you. So appreciate you all being with us. Jen loves you. 136 thumbs ups. Thank you, thumbs uppers. You folks on the rerun, thank you for hitting the thumbs up button for us. I appreciate it. Let's get going, babies. Get you richer, and let's take this higher. Thank you all for your support of this channel. We love you, folks, and we will see you tonight, 7 o'clock Eastern Time. Gold Bagel members, Primetime Live with your buddy, Uncle Bruce. Join me tonight at 7 o'clock. If you don't join me there, you can't ask me questions. Otherwise, I'll see you tomorrow. And we'll bring you another trade tip of the day and another couple of shows. Thank you all so much for being around here. I appreciate you. Love you all. I'll see you guys shortly. Bye for now.